Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, my name is Carlos,
I'm Levi.
And I'm Maddy Damickle.
and we are your friendly neighborhood Holy Chatters.
Hold it up.
Holy Chat. And we are today talking again about the importance of faith along or among young people, right?
Those
Eh,
people. Yeah.
those people,
Yeah.
yes. And the question is, does faith matter to young people?
I don't think so.
I don't I mean, statistically, that would be the case,
But
but
that's
no.
why we brought.
Yes,
Yeah.
Depends on who you
that's
ask.
right.
Depends. Oh.
Ah,
I generalized. Sorry.
It's okay.
statistically,
Yeah. Statistically. Yeah.
equally. So anyway, that would be the topic for today, and I know that having Maddie here with us today, um, well,
From now on, forever.
for now on, forever, she cannot leave. Yeah, that's kind of
Until yeah. Well, until her contract's up.
this way.
Yeah.
Yes,
What contract?
she,
Shh.
she has to renew the contract. Anywho, okay, so with you, I mean, like just you, Maddie,
Mm-hmm.
um, being a certified young person, why does faith matters? Why faith is important?
Mm-hmm.
And let's put church to the side, Sunday morning, whatever it is, but just faith in God. Why is that important for you?
Yeah. Well, for me, I think my faith is important because it tells or it guides me, I should say, to how I interact with the world. So the way that I treat others, the way that I care for the earth, um, and the way that I live my life are all guided by what I believe and um, my faith.
Hmm.
So,
You're saying that this faith thing in your head and your soul impacts how you act outside of your head and your soul?
hmm
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
never. I mean, that's yeah.
yeah. That sounds that checks. That
It
checks out.
does.
It
So
goes a long way with your contract too.
oh,
yeah, that's a
Contractual.
bonus.
the
Yeah.
dotted line I signed.
Um, but it makes sense that like who you are on the inside will come out on the outside.
Yeah.
Like
hmm
that tracks for me. And so
Hmm.
yeah, it's interesting what you said because you can kind of tell like generationally the differences between people. Because
Hmm.
like if you asked me why faith was important to me, which you didn't,
Well,
but I was gonna say it
okay.
anyway.
Please do.
Uh, well, for me, like having lived some more years, I've for me it's been in the hard times
Mm.
because I've had some dark moments in my
Yeah.
life. I
Sure.
went through a divorce once, and I was very depressed and had
Mm.
a really hard time getting through it. And I knew nothing. I knew no reality except that I did believe that the gospel was real and Jesus was real. That's all I
Mm.
really knew. Anything else in my world was just completely upside down. But for some reason, that faith was enough to keep me alive and get me through,
Yeah.
a really hard year or two of transition in my life to the other side. And there's been other less dramatic moments, but still hard moments where my faith has kind of carried me across the finish line when I really wanted to quit or give
Mm.
up. And it's something about having a feeling of something beyond this moment,
Mm.
even maybe beyond this life,
Mm.
that keeps you hopeful and keeps you motivated and keeps you moving forward in
Mm.
life and not giving up and not quitting. And so I think, as you get older, you might have, I pray you don't have experiences where you need extra faith, but
Right.
having a strong faith early on will pay off later when that
Hmm.
hmm
happens. What about you?
I don't have faith.
I didn't think so. I was going to say something.
No.
You gotta
Well,
have faith.
being the elder of you all. Well, I know. For me, it is. Well, it is about what Matt is saying about, kind of outwardly, kind of guiding. It is about the tough times, but definitely for me, at least, it has been for purpose.
Hmm.
Mm.
Um, uh, maybe I don't want to go into the whole theological thing or the whole philosophical thing. I think that uh, there is not necessarily a purpose per se, like a defined purpose that you follow, right? To me, it is that we march on and we make the purpose out of it. But I think that God walking alongside you gives you that purpose
Mm.
and that guidance and thing. But it's not that you go to something that it is prescribed for you. I think that you just walk along and God walks alongside with you and gives
Mm.
that meaning and purpose to your life along the way. So that's for me.
Mm.
I think there's common ground there with
Mhm.
what Maddie was saying is, in a way, if I can
Mhm.
speak for you, uh, being
Interpret.
being being who I am, uh, that
That's not the.
well, okay, you could have a purpose that's just for yourself, right? Like you could
Yes.
have a purpose that like you get up every day and it's all about me. We
Sure.
know people
Yes.
like that, don't we?
Yes. Yes.
That's my
Definitely.
subtle cue. And but
Oh.
but then you have people who have a purpose that's not just them but outside of themselves,
Mm.
kind of what you were talking about, that your faith drives you not just internally but externally in how you live and interact with the world and with other
Mhm.
people. And in our faith tradition, in the Christian tradition, it's very much about loving God and loving people
Mhm.
and creation,
Sure.
all of
Mhm.
God's creation.
Mm-hmm.
And so if that's your purpose and that's what's driving you, it doesn't matter if you're uh, a mechanic, a car doctor like your husband, right? Or a youth minister, or a teacher, or a doctor, or nurse, or whatever. Uh, it doesn't even matter if you're in the particular calling you think you're supposed to be in. The higher calling is wherever you are, love God and love
Mhm.
God's creation. And that does give you a purpose, and it does
Mm-hmm.
affect how you live your life, doesn't it, Maddie?
Mhm. Well, as I was listening to all of your answers, it made me kind of think of like the
Wait, you listen
generational.
to our answers?
I do. I do indeed.
That's what I've been doing
It's part of
wrong
my
this whole
job.
time.
I knew there was missing something in there.
Yeah.
But it made me think of like there are generational differences here. So like
Mm.
with me, I'm Gen Z, and Gen Z tends to be a lot more active of like they want to go out and do social justice work and work for the world, and so my faith is interactive into that,
Mm-hmm.
and so
Mm-hmm. I
it's just
agree.
something that
Wait,
I
you're saying this old people just want to consume and don't care about anybody but
well,
ourselves?
I don't want to say that.
I mean,
You said it.
confession time. Confession time. This is where Carlos puts in right
Yes.
here. Confession time. Um, I did think about this today. I was walking up the stairs to your
Oh,
office,
yeah, yeah.
and I was thinking, I get up in the morning, I have my cup of coffee, and I just think about me. like I get up and I'm like, what am I gonna do today? And what is my schedule? And
Mm.
what does my coffee taste good or not?
Sure.
And I don't. It takes me a little bit to transition
Mm.
to, oh, there's a whole universe outside of me, like my family, my friends, my church, or churches actually, two of them, those people, and then you start kind of moving toward a
Mm.
prayerful attitude.
Mm.
But my first default is always me, me, me in the morning,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like all about me.
And I think that's really normal. Like, I think that's what us as humans tend to do. Like, we're
Mm-hmm.
very self centric. But part of
Mm.
learning and growing in our faith is learning
Yeah.
to love God and then love neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
which takes that inward focus and turning it like a mirror and turning it out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Taking what we have inside and seeing what we can do for the world.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, I have adult children your age-ish, I'm sorry to say, and their friends, right? And so I've heard from people in their 20s, and I hear a common theme a lot. I want to hear your feelings on this, which is most of them that I've talked to have some kind of openness to spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
openness to faith, openness to something that they can't measure with science, right? Like just some supernatural thing. But then they look at Christianity and they're like, why would I want to be a part of something that, committed genocide against indigenous people, enslaved an entire population of people, colonialized half the world? And then even today, there's corruption with financial scandals, sexual scandals, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want to be a part of that? I can just be spiritual and not need to be part of Christianity. And oftentimes I'll ask them, like, what does that really mean? Like,
Mm.
what does spiritual mean to you? Uh, how does that affect your daily life? And what are the practices you're doing and that kind of thing? And there's not often a lot of actual structure or practice to it. So I just wonder kind of what your thoughts are. If young people come to you and they're like, well, why would I do this?
Mm.
This is a tainted mess.
Mm-hmm.
How do you respond to that?
Yeah. Well, there are times where I look at things that people who say that they're Christian do, and I also feel the same of like, what are you doing? And so I do have to take a look at myself and be like, why are you still here? And then I come to the realization that like part of the reason why I'm still a Christian and why I still have faith is because my faith leads me to do works. And so I can make a change and I can do things to counteract what other people are doing. And so if there are people doing harm in the world, I can be someone who is doing good in the world. And so there's oftentimes when at the end of youth, when I'm teaching, I will ask my youth, like our go around checkout question is, what's the point? Like, why? Why did we just talk about this?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not just that we have faith or we believe, but like our faith and our what we believe should lead us to do the work of God in the world, because God works through us.
So when you say the work of God, so that means we're supposed to hate gay people, right?
No.
And we're supposed to oppose. Wait, I'm trying to get what the work of God. Okay, the work of God. Work of God. So you have to go to church every Sunday, or you go to hell, right?
No.
It's like,
So
pray every day on your knees, eyes closed.
so
Hands up.
Oh, you can raise your hand. We're not Pentecostal.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just.
So it kind of goes back to what we were talking earlier about that there is a root of what we believe. And so Jesus said, like, the greatest commandment is to love God and love your neighbor. And so, like, everything that we're doing should lead back to that. So if we're not loving God in whatever way that looks, that really can be, I'm just sitting outside enjoying creation, or I'm hanging out with my friend who is made in the image of God. Like, those are ways that we can love God. But loving our neighbor means doing work in the world, like standing up for people who are being oppressed and who are our system works against. That is doing the work of God in the world.
That's really helpful because the caricature really is that Christians are anti everything, like they were against everything. Any kind of fun or pleasure whatsoever is bad for you, right? And but some of the best pleasure in the world is helping people, right? That's when you feel the best, is when you serve in a food pantry or you help somebody heal from an illness or whatever it might look like. You're like, wow, that felt good. That felt, to your point about purpose.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I had a purpose today.
Yeah.
I did something.
Yeah.
I fed somebody, and then you go through those days where it's all about you, and doesn't it feel a little hollow?
Well, I think that to your point, or what you were saying, is that I think we are against something. It's against evil in every way that it presents itself. And evil is narcissism, that it's all about me. Evil can be about oppressing people. It can be about bullying. It could be, I don't know. It could be, it shows in different ways, very subtle at times. So we are against that. I would say that we are against evil. But
we
we are
do have to define that because certain kinds of people were called evil in past Christian expressions and some current Christian expressions.
Correct.
Right?
So I think that we yes, I think we need to define that maybe next time.
Oh, you're gonna have to wait.
Cliffhanger.
Same chat time, same chat channel. You don't get that, right?
No.
Yes.
That was easy.